know, I think I was hoping to surprise myself, you know, to do something that I had to. Sometimes playwrights worry that they're always writing the same play over and over. So I was hoping maybe I wouldn't do that. When I start writing something, it's almost like you have like a little thread that you grab from somewhere, and then you just keep pulling on it. And so you can kind of grab any thread and, you know, and follow it to the end of its thing. So I was hoping, you know, to grab a different kind of thread and see where it led me. Well, I think one of the things was we got together with her and she showed us some drawings of different ideas that she had for visual, that were visual ideas, just completely visual ideas. And we sort of said, oh, this looks interesting and that looks interesting. I really tried hard not to jump in with an idea too soon. I wanted to really like try to stay back and not come up with the first thing that occurred to me, or to really let what Anna's vision kind of wash over me so that I, again, would surprise myself. That a visual landscape could be almost like a map of memory seemed very like an obvious idea connected with that scrim idea, but that was an idea I had before. Plus the idea of things being partially hidden and looking like either very wonderful or very horrible from a distance, just that whole idea of those kinds of perceptual things that happen, and also in relationships, how they happen, and the idea of windows came up very quickly. Well, I usually have a strong idea of what the world looks like, and also I usually have some things that are impossible, that, you know, that I sort of just, you know, like the grandmother, you know, becomes tiny and disappears into a handbag or something like that, and then I just sort of throw that out and see what comes of it, you know, with the designer, you know, I just sort of drop that on them. So this was, you know, sort of the opposite of that. You know, when you're writing a play, it seems to me like everything is like you start with this little ball of clay and everything that you roll over gets stuck to it. So things that were happening outside of, you know, that I was witnessing, people, like I was reading Buddenbrooks and there were these two old ladies, but then there were these two old ladies with little dogs that I saw in the dog run, and so they sort of, you know, you can't help it. All that other stuff gets kind of smeared in.
That happen?
Yeah, I think it is, in a way it's more, the world is the world of the play and the whole structure of the play is a little more fluid than what I would normally write. I would like, you know, it's less, first of all, it doesn't take place in a post office, in a house, or with a group of friends that know each other. It's a little more, it started from a little stranger, more abstract place. So it has a more, and like for instance, Delicious Rivers, which was based on, you know, some ideas of symmetry and dissymmetry that were mathematical, led the play to be very structurally, very tight in a certain way. And this leads me into a more kind of fluid place. And I, you know, have this terrible desire to like tie up all the loose ends, and I feel like I have to resist that because the whole world that's been set up is a little more, you know, fluid.